Hey everybody, it's me again. For the moment, I'm not going to be reviewing anything. This is actually a little heart to heart with you all. Um, some of you may know, a couple of weeks ago I was in the hospital. It was a 3-day stay, and I was in there without going. I keep choking on something. Sorry. I was in there without going into too much detail. I was in there because of a complication due to my diabetes. I am a type 2 diabetic, and I have been for many years. Haven't been very diligent in taking care of this problem I have. Haven't had a primary doctor in a while, and therefore I haven't had meds that I'm supposed to be taking, and plus the videos lay witness to the stuff that I eat. Although I'd like to say for the record, I don't eat like that 24 hours a day. Okay, I do that for the videos. That's it. But I was very lax on what I ate. I'm hungry, go grab a burger. I'm, thirsty, grab a soda. Sodas are probably the only thing that I really didn't mess with, like regular sugary sodas. But even that, the diet stuff isn't so great for you. Anyways, I don't want to bore you with all that. It got a little serious. Not life threatening. I wasn't in any kind of a diabetic coma or anything like that. But the doctor used a word that, quite frankly, put the fear of Jesus in me. He used a word that no other doctor had ever used before in any kind of an examination. Anytime my sugars were high, they'd be like, "Oh, you got to bring them down." Okay, I'll bring them down. But this doctor, my reason for going in there, this doctor took a look and said, "Yeah, we got to get your sugars down, or else you're looking at," and then he split it out the word amputation. Had a couple of small blisters on 2 of my toes that broke and then became kind of bad. Didn't want to heal. And then cellulitis set in, and it was getting scary. They were looking to remove at least 2 of my toes. While I was in the hospital, they were giving me 2 kinds of insulin. And even with that, and a strict diabetic diet, they could never get my numbers down below 180. It hovered between 180 and 215. So they told me, gotta get those numbers down. The wounds are looking better. They're looking a little better, but they're it's going to take a long time for them to heal because of your condition. So I left there. I left there happy that I left there with all my digits. They didn't take anything. They didn't cut anything off. Thank God for that. But I did walk out of there feeling a little more awake, I guess, a little more enlightened, and a little depressed. And I had nobody to blame but myself. I brought myself to this point. Depression, all those things kind of kick in, and you do things to comfort yourself when you're not taking the right kind of medication or taking the right steps to stay on top of that. Then you start doing things to comfort yourself. And I guess that's why they call it comfort foods, because, they do make you feel better in some way, shape, or form. You fill the voids in your life with things that you really shouldn't, whether it be food or drugs or sex or alcohol. You do these things recklessly enough, it catches up to you. And this caught up to me. It caught up to me. And I can't really blame the depression so much because I was eating like this before when things were really, really good. I had a 5 or 6 year stretch of just complete and utter bliss as far as life was concerned. But then it was like a celebration. Yeah, let's go out eat. Let's drink. Let's be. See? And it's hard to be when they start lopping off pieces of your body. So I took a couple of weeks to kind of get my affairs in order. I mean, it sounded like I was dying. Sorry. To get my head straight, to get things right. I have been diligently watching my carb intake, watching what I eat, researching, looking for alternatives to things so I don't fall back into like a bad way of being. Checking out different kinds of sweeteners because sometimes I still crave the sweets, but I can't have those. And I found some pretty good alternatives, so I'm thankful for that. But my food has been, I've lessened that quite a bit, and I've cut down my carb intake with each meal. And like I said, when I was in the hospital with all the insulin they were giving me, they weren't able to get my sugars down below 180. And a few days ago, I took my reading. Yeah, I've received one of these. I'm using this now. My reading was 104, which is really, really good. Too bad it doesn't stay like that, because it'll jump right back up to like 122. I think I'm averaging around 120, 122. So I'm sorry, but this light that I have on here, it's dying. I haven't used it in a while, and I haven't charged it, so it's on, but it's dying. It's getting dim, so you can't really tell the benefits of it. And probably put it up one more, but that's going to die out quick. Anyways, so that's what I've been on for the last couple of weeks, is just really driving my numbers down and trying to heal. My feet they've been better. Welcome to the world of compression socks. My circulation is bad. They told me they told me things that no other doctor had ever told me. They never explained in this way. Apparently, you have arteries and you have veins, and the arteries are the one that bring the blood down into certain areas, but the veins carry the dirty oxygenated blood back up into your heart to be clean and come back down again. Arteries take in, veins bring back. My arteries were great. The arteries are working great. No blockages or anything. But my veins, there's little valves in your veins, so they open up, blood comes in, they close, and the blood stays up here and keeps going. Mine, because of my condition and because of the abuse on my body, are kind of crushed. So when they open, they kind of flutter open, and they let the bad blood back down into where they're not supposed to be, and then I get the infections, I get the blisters and things like that. So now I know why it does that. Will they repair? I don't know. But for the time being, you got to have compression on my legs to kind of keep them from doing that. So it's supposed to aid the circulation. They feel like pantyhose. They're kind of weird. But I got to get used to it. Something I got to get used to. I burned through a box of test strips. I had 50 test strips, and usually before, I used to test my blood sugar before, when I first had diabetes, when I was first diagnosed with diabetes, I used to check it like twice a day. Once in the morning, once at night. Now, I've been so freaked out by it that I was checking it like 5-6 times a day. I burned through 50 strips already. I need to go get some more. Another thing that's a part of my life right now insulin. Got to take that twice a day. So all of that's been aiding and keeping my numbers down. Plus, like I said, I'm watching my carb intake, and I'm hoping to make that kind of a permanent move. I keep thinking about cheat days. Yeah, and I'm going to allow myself one day where I just go off and eat cake and ice cream. And then I start thinking, why? Why do that? I mean, you're just going to wind up, well, you do it one day, you'll do it 2 days, and maybe 3. So basically why I'm saying all this is because, number one, I still want to continue with this channel. I'm just not sure what I'm going to present now. I don't know. If I do a cheat day, then maybe I'll have one little item that I go, oh, look, this thing here, it's really, let me try it out. Or do I incorporate the low-carb lifestyle into this? Or do I make a whole other channel documenting and sharing my experience with a low-carb lifestyle? What's working for me. I'm sure there's many other people out there that are facing diabetes and trying to get their numbers under control, and thinking it's pretty hopeless because they can't stop drinking their sugary Starbucks drinks or their cake and snacks and stuff like that. I mean, carbs are pretty proficient in everything. Processed food is the worst, but you can beat it. You can find ways around it. And if you're eating anything and everything and you have escaped this demon diabetes, I applaud you. I really do. That's great. Stick with it. Do what you feel is best for you. But that's what's been going on with me. Just want to let you guys know I still have 2 beers left over from those beers that I was trying, and I don't know if I'm going to get to those or not. I might not. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm still plugging away. I'm still, I just had my mind on other things. That's why you haven't seen any videos here, and you haven't seen any videos on the movie channel. But soon. Look how dim that light is. But it's not even lighting up my. Look, that's terrible. Gotta charge that up. Okay, guys. Well, I just want to let you guys know what was going on. I'm still around. Doing better. But it's still an upward battle. So I'm about to go make myself a little something to eat right now. I'm down to eating twice a day. I think only twice since I've been out of the hospital I ate 3 times a day. But it was like a snack in the middle. But now I'm really trying to stick to like eating a really good breakfast, and then coasting the day, and then dinner time, have a decent dinner, and that's it. The only plus that I got out of that visit to the hospital, the only positive news is that for the first time in a long time, I weigh less than 400 pounds. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I've continued to lose weight. The downside on that is because I told them, I'm not even trying to lose weight. Why am I losing weight? It says, oh, because your body's malnutritioned and it's eating itself. Okay. So now, I'm trying to get my nutrition, get some good stuff in me, get some healthy stuff. I'm not turning into a vegan or vegetarian or any of that. I'm not going to find the the vegetarian lifestyle, although sometimes the thought of having a full veggie meal does appeal to me. Sometimes I feel like maybe meat's a little too heavy for my system, and maybe I should just have something to kind of balance it all out. But believe me, that's going to be like once or twice a week, if that. I love my meat. I'm not giving up on that. Just got to watch the kind of meat I eat. I mean, pretty much all meat is low carb, but it's not all good for you. You want to kind of keep your fat content down too. It doesn't hurt. So, although your body will use the fat for energy, if you're not taking in carbs, it'll prefer the fat. It'll take the fat and everything and use it as energy instead of letting it sit there, because your body does prefer carbs. But if you've lowered your carb intake, then it'll start using that fat and stuff, start burning it. I'm just talking about, like, the old ticker. My EKGs have come back clean as a whistle, but you never know. Just why tempt fate? So, okay, I've rambled on long enough. It's been over 15 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, guys. I just want to let you know, still around, still here, just trying to make some decisions on what to do next. But I appreciate everybody who's been sticking around, and I appreciate the kind words from everyone that I've heard from. So, thank you guys. Take care. God bless. And I'll be talking to you all real soon.